A very warm welcome to Genie's Crochet Corner. Today I'd just like to show you this lovely 2-row repeat pattern. It's worked on a multiples of 3 plus 1, and we just start off by making our multiples of 3 chain plus 1, and then start straight into the first pattern row. And then we go into the second pattern row, and then you just repeat the first pattern row, second pattern row for as many times as you want to. It's a lovely soft textured pattern stitch, and it's great for blankets and scarves and cardigans. And I'm just it looks like this from the front, and then it looks like that from the back. And I'm using a Portercraft premium acrylic 8-ply DK yarn, and it comes in balls of 100 gram, which is approximately 189 meters, and it's a lovely wool to work with. You can use a chunky yarn too for the pattern. It's quite suitable, and I'm using a 6mm or J hook. It would be suitable if you're not a tight crocheter like me to use a 5.5mm crochet hook. I just use the larger crochet hook because I do tend to crochet quite tightly. So I'm just going to start off by making my slip knot. And then I'm going to chain my multiples of 3. So I'll just chain 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I've got my multiples of 3, and then just chain 1 extra. And we're just going to not be using the first 1, 2, 3 chain from the hook. I'm going to, this counts as a stitch, these 3 chain that we're missing, and as the turning chain. And we're going to be basically working cross stitch for the first pattern row. So I'm going to miss 1, 2, 3, the first 3 chain from the hook. Then I'm going to miss the next chain, and into the following chain I'm going to work a double crochet. And then I'm going to come back to the missed chain, and I'm going to work a double crochet into that chain. And that is your cross stitch. So it's just a crossed double crochet. I'm going to miss the next stitch, the next chain, and into the following stitch I'm going to work a double crochet, and I'm going to come back to the missed chain, and I'm going to work a double crochet into that missed chain. And we just repeat that for the first pattern row. So miss that chain, into the next chain a double crochet. We go back to the missed chain, and we work another double crochet into there. And you have your crossed double crochet stitches with your 3 chain that we missed, which does count as a stitch and as the turning chain. So we just repeat that till the end of the row. We miss this stitch chain, into the next chain, we work a double crochet, go back to the missed chain, and we work a double crochet into that missed chain. We miss this stitch, into the next stitch we work our double crochet, and then just go back to your missed chain and work a double crochet. We're just basically crossing the double crochet stitches. Miss the next stitch, and into the next chain we work a double crochet, go back to your missed chain and we work a double crochet, and we're left with one chain. We just work a double crochet into that one chain, and that's your first pattern row with your crossed stitches. For the second pattern row I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Just turn your work, and this 3 chain counts as a stitch and stands for the first double crochet here, and it also counts as the turning chain, so we don't use this first stitch here. So we have our crossed stitch, 1, 2, into the center of that cross stitch I'm going to work a 3 double crochet puff stitch. So just between these 2 double crochet I'm going to work a 3 double crochet puff stitch. So all you do is work an incomplete double crochet, leaving the last loop on the hook. We do that 3 times, and you have your 2 4 loops on your hook. Just pull a loop through all of those 4 loops on the hook. So you have your cross stitch here. We've gone in the center, and we're not using this stitch. Into this stitch here of the first cross stitch I'm going to work a back post double crochet. And that's how it looks. So we just repeat that. So we're not going to use this stitch here. We're going to go in the middle between the 2 double crochet, the 2 crossed double crochet, and we're going to work our 3 double crochet puff stitch. So you just work an incomplete double crochet, leaving the last loop on the hook. That's 2 and 3, and we have 2 4 loops on the hook. Just pull the yarn through all 4 loops on the hook, and then we have this stitch. So this is your crossed stitch. We didn't use that first stitch. This is the second stitch. We're going to work a back post double crochet, and we'll repeat that throughout till the end of the row. So just between the crossed stitch we're going to work our 3 double crochet puff stitch, so we've left the last loop of the double crochet on the hook 3 times, so we have 2 4 loops. Just pull the yarn through all 4 loops, and then to this second stitch of your cross stitch we work a back post double crochet. Your crossed stitch in the center, we work our 3 double crochet puff stitch, and just pull through all 4 loops on the hook, and then a back post double crochet round the second stitch of your crossed stitch. We have our 4 loops. Just pull the wool through the 4 loops on the hook, and then a back post double crochet around the second stitch of your crossed stitch. And we just repeat that with the last cross stitch. Just pull through all 4 loops on the hook, and we have our second stitch from the cross stitch, a back post double crochet around that, and we've come to our turning chain. We're going to work a double crochet into the 1, 2, 3rd chain, and that is your first pattern row, your second pattern row. We just go back to the first pattern row where we're making our cross stitches, our double crochet cross stitches. So I'm going to chain 1, 2, 3, and we don't use this first stitch because the 3 chain stands as that stitch and as the turning chain, and we have our from the previous round where we made our puff stitch and our back post. So we have 1, 2 stitches. I'm going to miss the first stitch into the second stitch. I'm going to work a double crochet, going to go back to the stitch I missed, and I'm going to work a double crochet, and it gives you your cross stitch. So we just repeat that for the while we're doing our the first pattern row again. Miss that, double crochet in there, and we go back to our missed stitch, work a double crochet there. This is your puff stitch and your back post. So just a double crochet in there, go back to your missed stitch and work your double crochet. It is your puff stitch, your back post from the second pattern row of the previous row. Miss that stitch, go back to your missed stitch, work a double crochet. We've come to the last puff stitch and back post. We just repeat what we've done, miss that stitch, double crochet into that, the next stitch, go back to your missed stitch and work a double crochet, and from the front of your work come to our turning chain, 1, 2, the 3rd chain, we work a double crochet. So we have our first pattern row, second pattern row, first pattern row, and we're going to do another second pattern row. So 1, 2, 3 chain. We miss the stitch because the 3 chain stands as a stitch and as the turning chain, and we have our crossed stitch here. So 1, 2 of the previous round. We miss this first double crochet and we work our 3 double crochet puff stitch into the center, so between the 2 double crochet of the previous round. We have our 4 loops on the hook. Just bring the yarn through the 4 loops of the hook, and around the second double crochet of that cross stitch from the previous round, we work our back post double crochet. And we just repeat that for our second pattern row, and you just repeat the first, second pattern row for as many times as you want, and you just make a multiple of 3 chain plus 1 for the width of the project you were wanting to work with. This pattern is suitable for beginners. It makes up a really nice blanket, especially for a little baby. Nice and soft, the wool is nice and soft. It can be used with a bigger hook and a chunky 12-ply wool. So we just pull through the 4 loops on the hook. We make our back post double crochet. You can just bring colours in if you want to work with colours. The last crossed stitch in the center, just work our 3 double crochet puff stitch, and then our back post double crochet around that second of your cross stitch, and then we just work a double crochet into the 3rd chain from the hook. And you just repeat the first, second pattern row for as many times as you want on a multiples of 3 plus 1 chain, and that's how it looks from the front, that's how it looks from the back. And I'd just like to say, if you have any questions or you would like to comment, that would be great to hear from you. And I hope this tutorial has been useful and helpful to you. Until next time, enjoy crocheting.